Hey Ryan, what's going on? Oh, good morning. Or afternoon for you. Not much, just doing some testing today. I could probably get the music off here. I didn't realize anybody else was going to be around this early on a Sunday. I took the day today and tomorrow off because my back's pretty well shot. So, we have MO2 up, but it is locked because Dying is running, which is always fun. Dying is running. Ooh, that's my voice. Let me just turn that down. So last night, nothing. Just, sorry, let's see if Dying even pop up. It might. Sometimes it doesn't. I basically threw it out at work the other day. Pretty badly, to the point where walking, I pretty much can't walk properly. It's same stuff that happened before. It's happening all over again, so who knows? It's depressing, to say the least. I think that's why I'm on as early as I am today, as opposed to just kind of doing nothing all day. At least I'll sort of be productive with the testing stuff. You'll see that it's in the background running. I don't know why you're not able to pop it up or whatever. But this is locked, obviously, for a reason. Oh, it's okay. I appreciate it. Thank you. You saw some of the screens I put up yesterday. I don't know if, let's see. So this is when it was finished, and I have more taken on my from Steam, but it didn't look good on mobile. I wasn't sure how well it was gonna transform over to when I uploaded them, but they look okay. I'm still not 100% happy with the landscape. I do like the snow. I love the trees. I went back to Matthew's trees. And I love Dave's mountains. But his shoreline. This is his shoreline right here. It's kind of got a, and you'll notice the road it's his blended road, but what I'm seeing is the Whiterun grass and the cobblestones actually appearing a lot more throughout the game. Actually, let me see. Do I have a? Oh, there's no real road here. The road would be, yeah, you can kind of see it up there, but it's harder to tell in that picture. Let me go back to this one. I don't think I have a way to blow it up. No, I don't. So this is how it looks when you get into Whiterun, or at least the road along the town of Whiterun. What I'm not happy about is the patches around. I mean, to me, it just everything loaded fine. Like I said, time to lots down here. It's still running here. But and this one's actually near Whiterun, so you could see coming from Riverwood would be up this way. You can see the road. The water, I'm very happy with the way the water looks. Pretty much everything else except for certain parts of the landscape, like right here. Now, I don't know if this is a conflict or if this is just TPOS overriding it. It's almost too barren for farming. Like you could see the cabbages and the leeks on individual soil mounds, which I guess would be accurate, right? But there's nothing else around it. There's no, like, the weeds are gone. It's almost too plain. But you can see the leaves strewn in here where if you're looking at where the cursor is. What do you mean, link the pictures? They're up in the gallery here. You could take them and use them as you like to do, if you want to. For free. Oh, for the mods. I can do that now. I can actually go to Nexus and I can show you. Let me see here. And as you'll see, Nesbitt's Guild City of Thieves for Riften. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's now in the top 5. So Nesbitt, if you do see this video, you were 7. I saw that when Riften popped up here, it was right here. You've moved up a little bit, bud. So, but here I'll give you a little example of the difference between things on Nexus and things on Bethesda, just to show a little bit. Aside from the obvious difference that Bethesda Net is kind of horrible. I'm only going to do this for Riften so you can see. So we'll go back to Nexus first, right? So on Nexus, Guild City of Thieves for Riften has total views of 10,053. Total downloads are 813. Unique downloads 490. 32 endorsements. So this is 32 people that would have rated this mod. Okay. I have this downloaded. I endorsed this before, but I don't know why it didn't take. So you should have 33. Okay. Now, this is the main thing to keep in mind here. While on Nexus there are 813 total downloads, I'm still not sure what 490 unique. I wonder if that just means manual, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure. Total 813. It's been viewed a lot. Okay. 32 endorsements. So you see, and you can see who endorses it. They actually show you, which is another thing I wish Bethesda would let you do. You'd be able to see who actually rates things up or down, positive. So when you endorse, I guess it's just a thumbs up. You can't really see a down vote, right? 32. It should be 33. Keep that in mind. Okay. Let's head over to Bethesda for the same mod, right? 17 ratings. But if you look at the statistics over here, viewed 32,242. This one has over 2,700 downloads. It's also favorited almost 1,500 times. So you can see it's definitely being used by console players more. They're just rating it less. And it obviously gets the immediate 1-star from the trolls when any of the mods that he does comes out or gets hosted on my page here. This is me, Magus. But my Bethesda name is Peril21 because that's my old screen instant messenger name. That's me. Obviously, it's my account. You can see it doesn't get rated nearly enough because I think people that use console don't know how to rate. They just immediately see that there's 5 stars up on a mod they happen to like. They think they've rated it. No, you haven't. No, you have to. Once you download it, you get to actually control this one way or another. If you leave it on the 5-star, it's not gonna rate. You actually physically have to move and then move it back to where you want it. So if it's at 5 stars, you would have to move it down to 4, then put it back up to 5 without hitting like X or anything. Physically move the slider. There should be a slider within the stars here, right? Move it down 1, put it back up, then hit X. Or if you want a 1-star or 2-star or whatever, To me, ratings don't matter as much. It's the number of people that are actually rating it that like it. You see all these people that have favorited it? 1,443? 1,443? Lego, what's going on? Dropping in. Stranger, how you been, bud? So you see the difference there. There's not nearly as many people on Nexus that have downloaded it, but you see them. 32, almost double, that have actually endorsed it. As opposed to, we have 14,000 something, or I'm sorry, 1,400. And the people that are using it or have downloaded it, we're getting close to 3,000 now for that. This is just released, a couple days ago? Right? 32,000 views? Okay. So you see the difference there. I actually left the comments open for this one, so we'll see how long that lasts before idiots start posting. What are we doing? Let me close all this down. We're still waiting for Dindalad. It's doing its thing. This is what it does. It's good to see you, bud. Well, not see you, but see you in a stream. I hope things are going well for you. So we're gonna let Dindo do its thing. What else? What else? What else? Let's see here. To kind of show, let's go to Nesbitt's files here, and this is on his Nexus page here. So obviously Riften is probably almost as popular as Riverwood is. Riverwood seems to be the most popular out of all the smaller cities. Riften actually overtook Morthal within probably the second day. And then Nordic Life, mainly because it's interior and it's not in its entirety. Let's see. We're at 48 endorsements. So you can see total downloads. This is just over 1,000. So Nexus and PC works a little bit differently. But you can see the endorsements there, right? So let me just... where is it? This is the Aspen version. That's not the version I'm looking for. Down here.
If I reheat these pancakes,
36.
how long should I put them in for?
Downloads 3,000. So
20 seconds?
you could see 48, 1,000. 36 ratings, 3,000. So not as many people are rating. Which, I think the majority of them just don't know that they're not doing it. But that's how to do it. So Dindo's taking... we are done. Successfully. So we're going to save and exit. This will bring us back to Mod Organizer. And you'll notice down here at the bottom, Dindoled output. You have to pre-create an empty mod, activate it. You can see I've already done that with TextGen. But what you're going to see how it's got the little X, but now you see that there's the lightning bolt with the plus. You literally just refresh the page. That'll go away. Over here you'll have Dindolad Master and the ESP. Always keep your world map mod and left pane underneath Dindolad. You're going to check these two. Move the master up, but not above Apache Harris Males. So that looks good. The ESP is at the bottom, and that should be it. You'll wonder why I have visible favorited gear at the bottom. It needs to be. It needs to be under XP32. It's actually considered obsolete. Rooster and I were talking about this. Actually, he brought this up to me. Can't type today. Can't type at all. Alright. It even says up there, obsolete. I mean, it's not. It's up, but... the mod author's directing us to all geared up derivative SE. All good. Which you can find here, and I'll link to that. So visible favorite gear is obsolete. It's not. I'm still running it, but they want you to run this. However, the requirements for this are JS containers, modern brawl bug fix, Sky UI. You have to have Xedit, XP32, and the script extender to run. But this lets you do more. We were looking at this the other day. There's just a lot that goes into setting this up. Like, look at all he's got. He's got 2 staves, 1, 2, 3, a greatsword, a bow, a hand axe, a dagger, the shield. This is from Legacy of the Dragonborn. This is that dagger that's hidden away. I'm not gonna spoil that too much. But to set this up is kind of crazy. Yeah, that's what it is. Let's get off Nexus here. Let's close this down. So this is all good. I'm just gonna quickly check with loot. I'm gonna have one error because of immersive jewelry and Summer Mist not having a patch. I should have one error. Yep, right there. Okay. And there is none for it. There's one for Summer Mist, or Winter Mist, sorry. Immersive jewelry, but both files are present. Now, I don't know if that means that immersive jewelry actually contains the entirety of Summer Mist because it's a rather large mod. But I have jewelry overwriting, so it should be fine. I didn't notice anything in testing. That's exactly what we're going to do. Just go to OBS. We'll go to game capture. We're going to shut this down for just a second. I'm going to start up my game. It's going to take a minute or two. Should go to game capture. We'll do a very quick new character. I'm not even going to set him up. Yesterday I did I basically recreated my Dunmer, but only did it like in about 2 or 3 minutes. So, and Gopher's new video is now out. That's awesome. I will be watching that later. So we'll just go around and test. Like I said, I'm not really set on the landscape. It's Matthew's. It's Matthew's 3D landscape and his 2K ground cover. But I don't know. Something's off about it. I've been trying to pinpoint what it is. It's nothing on the mod's end. It's on personal taste. It's really the issue. I can't pinpoint it. I'm sure maybe going to a different area will kind of help me figure it out. But all right, new game, embark on a new journey. There's going to be a lot of things you may notice that I'm going to check out that are going to look different with this. All right, let's firstly go to race, go to Dunmer, go to body. At least make them somewhat more paint. Now we're not using that hair. May as well at least get him a little bit to where he was, right? Alright, let's see. Should be good, right? So he's going to be just the test. Just the test. But we all know who he is. So the first thing I immediately noticed yesterday was the lighting. With the LFX and ELE, it was never like that. So I don't know if that's EMB light that's doing that. The candles are fine. Torches are a little much. We will start
Approach, my child.
in Cold
Choose
Haven.
where your new life shall begin.
I'm a vampire residing in Cold Haven.
Even a modest existence is something to admire.
Okay. Just F5 it right there. I'm going to wait for the MCM to catch up. So let's take a look at the torch. Not really sure what the issue is with it, but yeah, you could see it seems a little bit better now when I'm holding it, right? And obviously the lighting off the character is pretty good. He's got dark hair, and obviously with the light hitting it, you can sort of see it change color. We don't want to go that way. But that's pretty much it. I'm also running amazing follower tweaks, as you can see them loading up right now. Take the torch off, just because I don't need it. Lighting is something I'm going to have to manually adjust, but I want you to look at the what are they called? The horns, sconce. Can't think of the proper name for it. That texture's also been redone. Same with the wick. Same with the flame. And it's hard to see inside, but inside has also been redone. You can kind of see it better if you look at an angle back this way. Something as small as that, right? Not just the lighting itself. Other things here you can even see in this room. Let me just set up a couple things with MCM real quick. Specifically immersive HUD. I want to make sure that I get that off. So with my key toggle. And all Sky UI widgets. So that will go off like that. I'm going to turn off I need completely for now because I don't want to have to worry about it. Or my thirst. Or my fatigue. We're going to completely just, for now. But we'll activate the hotkeys. But that's pretty much it. Okay. F5 that. What else? Statues are a little bit different, but we'll get into Cold Haven and we'll check some stuff out first. Sconces, yeah, I can never pronounce it the right way, Ren. I always want to call it scones, which are food, so then I'll plan on eating candle horns. So you'll notice we now have blue eyes, that's normal. Blood potion. Amulet of ooh, beautiful already. Some more black soul gems. So soul gems. Wardrobe cabinet. So these are different. These will all look different to you. I'll actually take some of them. And I keep forgetting I can't take that. Just want the money. The other thing too is the hard to see, but the coffins look different. It would be easier if it was closed, but let's get that sleeping buff. Okay, now we're good. Also, just make sure to take all the blood potions that I can. Yeah, see you can see the design, sort of, right? The lighting in Cold Haven obviously is what it is. It's meant to be like this. It's easier if I, you know, just grabbing the potions. I don't think there's any more. And I'm not going to set up, I'm not going to set up anything else. Let's, there's Should be one more potion, some coins. Okay. That was static. I always forget the key is right there. It's a nice looking key too, isn't it? I like it. We'll take that. We don't need it for right now. Let's just head up. I don't even know if the way I'm saying is right, Ren. It's probably not. It's probably me butchering the language terribly. Alright, so I can take the torch off. I don't really think, we'll just leave God mode on. Like I said, this is all basically just a test. Cold Haven still looks like it does, so, I mean, that's all normal. Let's get outside here. So, little things to look for. The banners look okay. So you'll notice these are now blue, or I'm guessing blue. They weren't before. They are considered Dwemer, and I have a mod that activates the Dwemer lights to be that color. So if you do see them in Cold Haven, you will see that they'll be blue. I do too. I love the blue. And I didn't think it was going to happen in Cold Haven, so I was just surprised to see that now. But that's actually pretty cool. I mean, it kind of makes sense too. It's a little more magical, a little more mystical. All right, we're out. So F5ing it right here. Progress quickly scribbled. You'll notice that it's different now. Of course, Molag Ball, obviously. Pray once a day to strengthen your bond with this deity. Septums. You'll notice the septum itself is different. This is the rose gold by Enniad. I switched over. So I was using M17, and let's just do our vampire thing here. Get the first thing over. This is just to give us our abilities. You notice I don't have the little black smoke over me anymore because I took it away. So when I gain level, it's basically the no glow. So let's do this. Let us just make sure the weather looks like it's good, but it's very dark. So we're going to try and clear it up a little bit. What's the code? It's E1F2, I think. Okay, that should brighten. That should give you the brightest, clearest weather. And with the aurora, you could even see it reflecting off the water there, which looks pretty nice. So, just think about this. You couldn't see Molag Ball as an option. Yeah, if you're a vampire, you have to start the game as a vampire. Or do the House of Horrors quest. Or I think it's one of the books, too. You could also pick up one of the books about Molag Ball. And sometimes that will activate him as a deity. Alright, I'm trying to think of where to go here. What do I want to do? Let's take that destination off. Well, I already have a ton of map markers. Obviously, most are unlocked. Several are are unlocked. Most are locked, sorry. 4 Peaks obviously unlocked. Snakeback Bridge. And where's the other one up top here? Richmond's Tower. Is that all? I think that's it. Yeah, it should be it. Okay. Let's, where do we want to go first? Do I want to, I'm going to go back to Riften. I think that's where I left off yesterday. I think this is it. No. Nope. Unless I can't do it from the map. I should be able to, right? Alright. Oh. I'll go to Riverwood. Because that one works. Yeah, so you'd either have to start the game as a vampire. I'm not sure if Winterstone works when you become a vampire naturally in the game. I don't think it does. So, I got nice clothes on for once. And you can see the signpost is now back to normal, where it's supposed to be. But I still notice that with the signs, they're still off. Yeah, I'm trying to fix your sign, me. There. Okay. So I can manually fix them. Alright. Let us wait till daytime. I don't have the fast speed up of time right now. Okay. So just make sure it's the same. Force weather 0010 E1 F2. Just to brighten it up. Okay. So this is what I'm unsure of, right? So the road. Some people said they really liked it, but it's like this almost everywhere. When sometimes I think it should be a dirt path. I do think it does mate well. However, it doesn't affect Riverwood as much. Meaning, like I can see this, but at the same time, skirter. At the same time, I think maybe the cobblestones are a bit much. You'll notice my carts are all a little bit different. This is ours hand carts. Instead of just being a regular cart, they now have a different mesh to them. Which I quite like. A lot, actually. We went back to Matthew's, almost everything. Literally, I'm still running his landscape. His trees, a lot of the 3D stuff from him is in the game. Let's take a look. I know I'm going to have to adjust my lighting a little bit. I'm also going to have to learn how to adjust EMB light. What you're seeing there is not wrong. That is the lighting of the death bell against the tree. You can see the purple. Why it's a little bit red, I'm assuming it's because of the mix of purple and daylight would make red for the coloring. However, it's faint, which I guess for me is okay. Certain things will have light. Which page, Red, did you need a link to? Mathies. If you go right to Nexus and you type in user and just type Mathy79, is his username on Nexus. I do like. I was gonna change the color of the death bells too. I was gonna make them black with Mari's, so you can do that. You could choose your color of the bell itself. You could also change the color of the leaves. I kept the leaves green, not vanilla, but I changed them to green, so they have a little bit more color to them. And then I kept them purple, which is, you know, base game default. I was gonna change them black, but I wasn't sure how EMB Light was gonna like that, so. Ren Shrines. But see here, this is what I don't like, a little bit of grass. Now obviously when you're looking at it up close, that's detailed grass. When you're looking at it from afar, it's just a patch of green. And I don't have to be that far away to see that it's a patch of green. Nobody's going to be constantly staring at the ground like this. Do you know what I mean? Even over here, like, we're not that far away. You really have to be up close to see the detail, which is why I was debating on switching. Everything else is gorgeous. The ropes are actually a separate mesh. I just want to make sure everything is the way it should be. Riverwood looks beautiful as always. Even more so with Nesbitt's work. This is the way it should be. I did see a user, this is on Bethesda, they were, I think, commenting on that they didn't like Riverwood Grove for one reason. And it was because of the bridge leading out of town, because it conflicted with, I think it was Bridges of Skyrim, which I think is broken anyway. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, okay, so you're running a mod that's broken for bridges specifically, but you like Riverwood, but you just don't like the ending of this bridge here. So there must be something at the very edge here that conflicts with the broken one. I don't know if it's the cart being added or what, which does look really good, doesn't it? That looks really good. Anyway. So my FPS is definitely taking a hit with everything I've got loaded with the EMB. But well worth it. Cathedral, semi-realist EMB. We have some stuff by John Rosen here. Signs. And let's see here. Let's go back across the bridge. One thing I do like, too, the little attention to detail with the foliage. But again, you see how it starts with the cobblestones, specifically the cobblestone itself. I think it would be more fitting either to have the dirt walkway or vanilla. While I do like this, and it definitely adds into it, I'm not taking an FPS hit for that. It's just this area right here in general. And knock on wood, so far my water has been near perfect. Water is never going to be perfect in this game. But the water meshes look great. Texture is just, I haven't added anything, it is just the watercolor fantasy blue that comes with realistic water too. That's the only thing. And of course there's an elk trying to get out. I could help him, but you know. There's Stump. Let's take a look up the other way here. Now we've been through Riverwood a lot. I'm going to spend a little less time here than I am. I do want to go to Morthal. Morthal is where I personally had an issue in my, well, this is like the last time I played the game. It was there. Wow, look at the tree. That looks cool. That looks very cool. Right at the base, like an animal's been clawing at it. And I have my grass density actually turned down, meaning less dense, and it's still fairly dense. I may have to tweak that and maybe gain a little bit more performance. Iconics Real Hay. As you can see, it's got like a reddish tint in there a little bit. Now there's two versions of it in the mod itself. This is the original version, and there's also a more realistic hay, but I like the reddish tint. It seems a little more worn, more used. Another thing I think what Nesbitt was referring to when he saw the first video from yesterday. So my farmhouse textures, and we'll see it when we get to Riften. So I'm using R's farmhouse. Just to show you, we'll look at the top of Alvar's house. Right. So all there with the farmhouse, right? The wood. These are my absolute favorite farmhouse textures by far. Let's see if we can get a better shot of the wood here. Right? Now the door is a little bit different. The door is Matthew's 3D. Just for the doors. That's it. Some of them, now there's two versions of this as well. You get with the frame, which is the default, which is what I have. There's also doors without the frame. So you would see the handle, right? And obviously there would be no frame here. I happen to like this. I think this was a nice touch to put on. With ours, it really fits. You could see even with the stone, sort of almost brick, mixed in with the wood, right? But it's cozy. It fits. The 3D element definitely, you could definitely notice it. But yet it blends in very, very well. Did I do anything with buckets? I think it's rustic. Rustic is everything else that I'm using. Smelters, I believe I left alone. That should be possibly rustic or noble, or it's in one of the retextures, like the mega packs. This is Matthew's 3D tanning rack. Much better than the vanilla games. And let's see what else. I basically toned it back with certain other things. Like my FPS just totally went right up again. That's awesome. So running around smoothly now. Let's go to one of my favorite areas really quick before we head over to Riften. Just because I want to see it. And it's draining my stamina. Damn it. Right here. This area here is an FPS killer. When you walk to Riverwood, it happens. When you look around, it happens. E&B light is not working for the nerds for some reason. That's okay. I don't care. I'll adjust it. This area here, right? So you get a good shot of, early in the morning. Obviously right now it's 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. So sun's already up. But this is a good area to judge, just as looking out over Lake Ilinalta from the Guardian Stones is. In fact, I think this is a little bit better. You still get some water. You get the falls, right? Which the lake doesn't have over there. You still get the nice reflection, and you get most of the trees that you're going to be seeing throughout the game, with the exception of reach trees, but in this case, there are a good mix of everything in. The pines obviously are what they are, and the bark on the tree, as well as the ground. You get his shorelines, right? So you can see the sides, and obviously across the way. It's a little more colorful than when I was running Obsidian with Ominous, you know, for Athalor in particular. I was considering using a darker overall theme. And obviously I'm forcing the weather here. Skyrim's not going to always look this, you know, happy, cheerful, and then especially with Cathedral. If I go into the MCM, Cathedral weather, settings, let's adjust this just a tad bit, right? We'll do one warm. We'll do one sharp. And that should be it. Okay, so that'll save. You may not notice it. I notice it. Maybe it's because I'm looking at my monitor here directly, but I would notice it in game. This is just a really good area overall to test your FPS, but also to gauge a lot of other textures in the game. Your grass, your water, ground cover, trees, mountains, rock. I mean, everything's here. Snow. You would literally have almost everything in this small little area. But let me see here. See. Since I'm not saving this character, I think TMM1 opens up all the map. Oh, I saw map markers are shown. I think that'll probably be easier than just. There we go. Okay. So I've just unlocked everything. Let's go to the Stabilis. We'll head into Riften. We'll give a good look at Riften. Hey, Sword. So you like the road, huh? I wasn't sold on it. Like, I'm still kind of. Is it too much color? I mean, is it too much of? We'll see how it looks near Riften. Now, Riften's going to look a little bit different. Riften stones look like this. With the leaves. I actually like this one. That is... do I have to kill things here? Hold on. I probably do. We'll just use my drain. Okay. There's a fight. Yeah, wolves. I see them. Guards, get them. Do your job. Yeah, I must have scared him off. I'm not paying a tax, dickhead. Yeah, it's a shakedown. And of course. Ooh, we got the eyes. Awesome. And they're twitching. That's awesome too. Let's take a look at the outside before we go into the city. I have to move the guard armors down again. I forgot to do that. Riften, gonna F5 here. I do get a little more FPS hit. Now, with TPOS overriding everything, you're gonna notice your landscapes are gonna have like the grass areas here. They're not all gonna be your modded grass. So they're gonna look patchy. That's what people are gonna think, but that's the way it's intended. With the 3D aspect, it actually looks a little bit better. But if you're playing on console, unless you're running something that gets baked in and overwrites his, regardless of where, obviously TPOS gets positioned at the bottom. You can see that's another base game issue. You can see the nice little square. But that's not one people picked up on too. Riften's just a mess with the Creation Club stuff. When the game update happened, it is just an absolute mess. Alright. The distant lots look okay. I mean, I'm happy with them. They will be adjusted. The trees look great. It's never been a question of whether my trees look good or not. It was always the mountains, the grass on the mountains. Trees I pretty much have down to a science. It's the other stuff. It's the landscape. That's, you know. But we'll take a look at the other side. So this is the one thing I like about blended roads with Wine Dave's. Blended roads redone. Every single hold, their cobblestones are going to have a different look to them. So the Reach and the Rift are kind of look similar, but they are different. They're different in color. They're different in texture. You've already seen Whiteruns. This is another small split you can see between the two different landscapes. And it runs right up to the home. To the I can roleplay that off by leaves and sunlight. Less sunlight over there tends to make it look more brown. More sunlight over here makes things grow, makes it look green. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Bethesda, fix your game. Yeah, they're not going to fix anything. We know that, right? Okay. So let's see how the outskirts look. Now, one other thing I do like now is the rooftops. All Riften's going to look like that. Wait till we get inside the city and you see the roofs. That's a work of art. This is another little cool feature. So, with the shadow under the bridge, I did adjust my shadows a little bit. Normally there would be a very, very sharp cutoff right there, and now you can see it's a little more subtle. The way I could still see it, but the way that it looks is that the water comes up. You can see the shoreline too. Let's get up on the bridge here. So this is where I took a couple of my shots yesterday. It was early in the morning, right there. This is one of the best places too, even without Nesbitt's work. If you're to come to this area and you stand on the shoreline here and look out across to Golden Glow, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. But it looks better with this work, so. So of course I'm running it. You can see Matthews everywhere, right? Little rustic horses. I like that. So yeah, let's go, let's take a dip, and you'll get to see how nice and blue under the sea is. Now that is beautiful. Clear as day, I can see. Although, you know, little things. We'll just harvest them. Like the water flowers that are in there. I mean, I kind of wish they moved a little bit more, but that's just me nitpicking here. Like if you look, they're very much static. But nobody's really going to sit there and stare at them constantly unless you have absolutely nothing to do.
Need something.
Ah, fellow Dunmer. He is dressed better than I. I just have standard, I don't even have the TDN vampires. I didn't even think about that. I may have to add that in. That's a nice picture. Yeah, let's grab that. That was random. Let's go into Riften. What time is it? It is 5:15. We may check out as much as I can. Yeah, I'm still having the same issue with the guard armor, so he's got the gauntlets, the hood, or the helmet and the boots, but not his armor. I have to drop that lower in my load order. Yeah, they do. Sword. Sorry, I'm just catching up with the chat now. Yeah, Bethesda can, go fornicate themselves with a very blunt spoon. Yay for the game and all, but
I had another run-in with a Thieves Guild.
ooh, depth of field is working very well.
Thieves Guild has Maven Blackbriar at its back. One snap of her fingers and you could end up in Riften jail. Or worse.
They represent
Yep,
the
depth of field is definitely
I
working.
can't just ignore them, Eren.
I know. I just don't want you to leave. You're the only good thing that's happened to this
Gil's got
city
some
in a
pretty
long
cool
time.
war paint. So Nesbit yelled at me for the walkways, and actually I think hitting the traps, that was kind of the point. I wanted to hit the trap. Now, when I started it the other day, and I took those pictures, you may have noticed the garden was full here. Garden is not full because I do not own Honeyside, so it will be bare in there. And you can still see out across too to Golden Glow, which is nice to see. Now, occasionally, you'll notice the two ways the water's flowing. If you look out towards Golden Glow, you'll see more towards the bottom portion of the water there. The water is flowing from left to right. At some point, when you look up closer to Golden Glow, you see that it flows right to left. That is done on purpose. That's where my water seam was happening, and I only just realized that that's the way that it's supposed to be. So if you have very, very strong textures editing it, you are going to notice like a split in the water, which is what was happening to me. I modded it too well, so I actually kind of exploited something that was supposed to be in the game completely. Yes, props to myself for modding the hell out of my game, but it took me a long time to set it up, so I'll pat myself on the back. Yeah, you can see the rooftops here. I think they look absolutely stunning. So when I actually get in to do the story, now that I did change him and how his playstyle is going to be, he will actually be doing the Thieves Guild questline, and he will be doing some sneaky. Oh, I still can't get used to that. Still can't get used to that. Even on PC, Sword, right? But you can. Oh, no, you can't. That's just part of the model. There's nothing you can do about it. Can jump up on top of it, but then, and you fall through. So just accept. Oh! Brenda, he followed me up! Nesbit has no way to combat that. That was awesome. He's not supposed to. Hold on. Sword, are you still there? He's not. So you know how I had the issue with Drift. What's her name? Drifa? Drifa, right? Remember how he did the fix where I guess she made her way up to the roof? So you can't combat Brynjolf from coming up there. He will follow you till the end of the world to talk to you. He made his way up to. I have to see if I can explode this up a little bit. Hold on a second. Oh, I can't. Can I get around here? I gotta screenshot this for Nesbit. He's on the freaking rooftop. Oh my god. Stupid Brynjolf. I want to see where he goes from here. Oh my god. He didn't follow me when I tested this on console. He stayed kind of around his stall. I evaded him enough, but I guess I must be close in the vicinity vertically to him where he latches onto my nav and starts to follow you. I guess when you get within a certain radius. I just want to see where he goes if he here's what I'm looking for, right? Sword, you already probably know what I'm going to say here. I want to see if he just disappears, or if he actually paths himself back down to ground level. I think he's going to disappear instantly, but we'll see what happens.
Wealth is my business. Help me out, and I can add to yours.
That's awesome, though. He found his. What better place on? Here's the ironic poetry to this. What better place for him to talk about doing sneaky, shady business than on the very tops of Riften's rooftops, right? Away from all the people that are within earshot length. You know, away from the day-to-day bustle. In the evening time, you know, not necessarily at night, but we are in the evening time. This is almost perfect. I couldn't have written this better myself playing scripted. If you think about it. It's amusing to see. Yeah, because he made his way to a place he's not supposed to be. But if you're hardcore role-playing this is almost perfect. Like, my character's up on top of the rooftops, and the master of, well, one of the masters of the Thieves Guild takes notice. He's also dressed very apropos. No.
Never done an honest day's
Yeah. We already went through this. No, I want to talk to you. Yeah. I see things your way.
Ready to make some calls?
Yes, ready to make some coin.
Simple. I'm going to cause a distraction. You're
I don't even get me started on the couriers. That's they're Daedric. The Daedric lords control them. They can go wherever the hell they want.
There's someone that wants to see me put out a business purpose.
The couriers. I'm actually looking forward to that now. You could see me, right? Playing this character, sneaking around on the rooftops of Riften, and I turn around. Who's standing behind me? Oh, I have a letter here for you. Your eyes only.
Good. Wait until
In the middle of the night.
then show me.
The freaking couriers. Alright, let's check this out.
Gather round. I have something amazing
Let's
to
watch
say
this,
that
right?
demands your attention. You need to hear this.
Yeah, speak from the rooftops. Now here's the issue I see. Oh, he did! I was right. He disappeared. I called that, right? He's back in his stall. Alright, let's do his little shindig, right? Do I have lockpicks? Come on, I'm a vampire. Oh, you're kidding me. I used to know the code for lockpicks, now I don't. It should be MISC, I think, right? Yeah, there it is. Was it like 7 zeros A? There we go. Okay. So, yeah. Probably should have done this before. That was hysterical, though. It's F5 it right there. Progress quickly scribbled. So you see the EMB light from the death bells now starting to work. I also notice it works a little bit more with the light source. Hey Tim, what's going on? Yeah, absolutely. The skill, are you doing the same one that I'm doing? Are you doing the tweaks for Ordinator? Okay, I should probably do this. Yeah, there's only a few bottles left. Alright. I have nothing to,
Just what I need right now.
there we go. Oh, I can feed off him. It's, now let's see if the amulet of oh no, it doesn't poke through. Alright, so I have to adjust that mod too. That's not cool.
Here you are, poor man.
Amulets are supposed to show up on the exterior.
Looks like I chose the right person for the job.
Alright.
Here you go.
That's two things.
Just just as I promised. The way things have been going around here, it's a relief that our plan went off without a hitch. Yeah, my organization's been having a run of bad luck, but I suppose that's just how it goes. But never mind that. You did the job, and you did it well. Best of all, there's more where that came from, if you think you can handle it. All right then, let's put
Yeah.
my
Just
get that in one
Yep.
piece, and we'll see if you really got what it takes.
all right. Nighttime. So, well, sort of nighttime. 8:30. Snowflake's completely different with Wicca. Completely different.
Sure.
Yeah, you are a dirty beggar. You're welcome. So with D&B Light, yeah, you can see this is what I was looking at here. Obviously with the lantern here, when this gets a little bit darker,
Turn out your pocket. We know you have it.
so you got a nice mix of everything going on, right?
Don't be stupid. I said turn out your pockets. Now.
With the, like, I think there's a lot going on in the sky too. Obviously adding to the lighting, but the lighting itself in the town is beautiful. Where the light posts are. I wasn't sure I was going to play with Riften until seeing it on PC, because I tested it on console for a while, right? But... And I'm not even taking a performance hit with this, so... Obviously not with Neswit's mods, you're not going to... You won't take a performance hit at all, but... I didn't expect it to look this good on PC, so... We're definitely keeping this one in. But going back to what I was saying before, yeah, he saw me hit the traps, and I think he thought that like it was a mistake. I was just showing them off. It still looks good. I think I got my. Yep. Let's go up a little higher here. Ooh, that may be okay.
Don't even think about it.
Uh-oh. Hey, Sword, is he always, writing letters? Do you find letters when you wake up? Oh. Where are we back? We're back over by... Okay. So, let's see here. Fur armor with sleeves. So... You'll notice with the uncapper, Tim, if you're checking this out, right? I haven't leveled up at all. I'm base level 1. We just started this. We just made the character. You'll notice the Steel War Axe value damage is 30. So everything's been adjusted. My vampire armor's pretty much the same. Saxleal silver ring, which I stole. These are going to be different. Now, you'll notice I'm being spotted here. Go to a place where I'm not going to be spotted. Let me see if I can blow up some more of those traps. It's kind of what I want to do. I'm being spied by everybody. He does write down the stats for force. That's awesome. He's got like the perfect little place, Sword, in the game. That little area, that little nook that he's got, that is like... Nesbit knows what he's doing. Absolutely. And I'm still being spied, and the problem is I'm not sure if it's the guards down there. Right? Now you can make your way. over here too, on top. Back up. So that way when you come out for the Thieves Guild, I wonder if I can make that jump. It's going to be sunlight. Okay. So yeah, we will be able to make that jump. When the Thieves Guild cache, or cache, or however you say it, after you fully join, there's a barrel with their symbol right back there. In every town, once you're a full-fledged member of the guild, in every single town there are 3 barrels to locate that are hidden with randomized loot. So, which I could probably show. Let's go down a little further. I want to do this in the daytime too, but I'm having fun just sneaking around at night and also showing off the lighting. We could probably do both. Since I didn't give Riften on PC a full-on show the other day, we could do that too. All right. So let's wait a couple hours. Damn, wrong. It's his man cave. Oh, some of the traps. Okay, Ren, yeah, we could do that. Let's heartbeats of my. Okay, so I need to feed also. Let me just clear up the weather again. Did I clear that up? Okay, yeah, there it is. And obviously, when you look over out top of Riften, you weren't meant to be up here. So if you look out and you see, regular landscape like that, that's normal. So don't get alarmed if that's how it looks. You're looking over one cell into another cell that you're not supposed to be. So that was always something that bothered me. You would think that if you're standing up there, IRL, it would look normal, but obviously mods happened. Come on, a little bit more. There we go. Keep my sneaking. We'll take some money though. I was gonna leave the money last time. I think there's a bow in one of these. There's little hidey holes. So this is one thing Nesbit didn't like. I didn't change anything. He didn't like the false back panels. I think he said they looked off, but let's just see. Okay. Yeah, it activates fine. But here's the problem. You can see it blend in, right? I think that's what he was talking about. It blends right in with the, watch, you'll see it. See that? So I don't know if it's this texture itself that he didn't like, or if it's what I just showed you. Here, we'll do it with the light on again. Yeah, see how it's now embedded in the wood? That's kind of breaking, but it's anyway. I think that's just on my game. Now here's another one too. Staff of the Storm Wall. But you see how the back panel is right there? So I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, you see how you can see through it? It only comes so far out. So I don't know if that was designed to be that way or... There's the sunlight, okay. So let's head up. Get the nice little animation there. I always like the trapdoor animations. Alright, where are we? F5. Oh, we're on top of the... Right. So you could see my character sneaking around a little bit slower. Movement, obviously, will Ultimate Combat. Now you'll notice this is another thing that people may or may not complain about. But like I said, it's the model from the creation kit, just the design. There's really nothing you can do about it. I'm sure, you know, you can go in and adjust them, but you're working with what you're working with the creation kit. So, just like I can come over here. See that? Let's go back this way. Let's cross over. So this is Mercer's home right there with the bridge up. But if I can get across here. There we go. Oh. There you go. Isn't there another? Oh, yeah. It's a rune. That's what it is. It's a rune. See it? I can see it embedded in the side. It's going to blow up on me, but thank you, TGM. That's awesome. So we'll look where we're at now here. This is what it looks like now with it modded. When you stand back and you really give it a good once over, see if I can get any higher. Am I able to get up there? Probably not. Signs point to no. Maybe I can. I don't know. Let's try. Nope. And I think I just fell down all the way. Come on. Let's get back up here. Dick. Yeah, whatever. Alright. We'll try that again. What's up, Bercy? Go tend your stall. So, yeah, like, normally we're so used to seeing a lot of grass in here, but with the ground cover, you can see obviously the leaves from Riften. I do need to feed though, however. Let me do this. Let me, because I don't want to annoy the entire town here. I just want the book. So I can calm her, feed on her. Just to get it out of the way.
Damn wizard. Keep your spells off of me.
I can't feed on her? Should be able to.
Hey, hands off! They say the college has been snooping around Sartha.
Ah, whatever.
Ages in the burial crypt. No one can come about.
It's too powerful. Alright, anyway. Let's go back up. Back up top. You're outsort? Okay. Thank you, thank you. Alright, so I didn't even notice that. I'm an idiot. Let's just sneak around here. Okay, I went over that way. Let's try this way. Oh, there's another one. That's awesome. There's gonna be one up here. There's gotta be one up here, right? Oil. Oh, there's a fire trap. Alright. Nice. There's another one. I'm giving it all away. Safe chest. Oh! That's awesome. It is, right, Ren? How cool is that? Imagine bringing the guards up here. I wonder if he's. I hope he doesn't get mad at me for giving that away, but that was just very cool. I had to see that. Plus, I'm also looking at textures. This is the main reason why I'm even. You know, I wanted to see how well it looked with what I've got running. Now you can see the guards changing. Damn. I gotta get down. But I guess that's as good a place as any to really. So I can stand in the middle, stand in the middle. Perfect. Okay. So let's take in what we have here. We've got rooftop walkways. Okay. There are traps all over the place, so I'm not going to show you any more. I'll let you guys discover them. Yeah, it's definitely good. It's like I said, when seeing it on console and seeing it on PC are two whole animals. And I guess some people think that it's and I was one of them too. I thought there was a little too much going on, but now I can kind of see why. I would have been just happy with the walkways, to be honest with you. If I was just able to climb up here, you know? But now it all makes sense. The way that things are structured. So like when you come down, let's get down. This is the Blackbriar Manor. That was a nice jump actually. I didn't even realize I was going to do that. Okay. So yeah, obviously the structures over the center part of the town. Central trading hub. Obviously, all the stalls are here. I'm not even gonna harvest that. Bercy, what do you? You're kind of just hanging around here, buddy. What are you doing? Yeah. He hasn't moved. Hold on a second. Well, everybody else is... Right? He's still there. Let's go in the building. Let's, Yeah, this is his shop. Let's take a look inside. What's up, Rooster? So Driffa was originally the one that followed me up to the rooftop.
Don't like those eyes you got. There's a bad hunger.
There is, yeah. But I can't feed on them.
My husband Bercy will be.
Because I don't have...
About Riften, not enough about himself.
Yeah, well, Bercy's stuck coming out of the keep there. So. Hey, 65 septums. Alright, let's get out of here. He made it over. Awesome. So, another thing too with the uncapper is weapons. see what he's got. Horker arrows. These are a thing now. Iron arrows doing 17 damage. This is a thing. Alright, two-handed. You'll see the damage values go up for both one and two-handed. Alright. What do I want? I have a steel axe. I kind of just want a sword. So you'll notice even things like this. Nordic Ebony Ruby Medallion of Minor Sure Grip. Yeah, you're going to start seeing stuff like that. Punch Cross Leather Headband. You'll start seeing the headband show up. The Nedic Steel Medallion Resist Frost. You'll start seeing, like with all the longer names, right? Ebony Ruby Necklace. The texture and everything, the model, the mesh is what it is. So, trying to think of what else here. Armor's Iron Ingot. You can see an Iron Ingot now, well, an Armor's weighs 12, right? Whereas Iron Ore weighs 7.6. So these values have all been adjusted, so you have to take that into account, right? Greater Soul Gem weighs 0.4. I could buy a golden model ship from him. What else? So you'll start seeing them. Yeah, like the soul gems, everything has been adjusted. The food, so if you look carefully, this wine here is 1.5 weight, right? Cheese slice is 1.25, and then the wheel is 2.25. So all these values have been adjusted as well, with the uncapper and the any settings, as well as a couple other mods in there. So let's get out of the shop here. I think I spent too much time in here. I could sit there and just look at inventory all day. I never get bothered by it. We'll stay in stealth. It slows me down a little bit. So when I first saw Riften, right, I knew the nav was fine, but I wasn't really sure about the structures, and this is what I was just alluding to before, how it all fits together. It's all the models from the creation kit, but it makes sense, right? You no longer have the walkway through here, but you have, if you're, trying to evade guards, well, which one? Well, they both take you to the same place, but it's not as open at ground level. It's more open up top. That's kind of the point.
New in town, eh? Here for the fishing, I guess. Beautiful baubles and gleaming gemstones over here.
Of course. Let's go down and look at the canal. It's one place we haven't been yet. Orphanage. So yeah, it's another thing. Like I said, with the ground cover, it looks really, really good up close. You have a ton of detail, right? And obviously with the leaves and everything strewn about, it looks really good. Obviously from a distance, it's going to look like a little bit green. That's the only downside. See, like up there, it's a really good texture up close, but when you're looking at it from a distance right across there, you can see how it's just green. So let's go down to the canal. So you can already see some of the new additions here, the little huts. Ars handcart. Obviously all the handcarts in the game are now going to have this model. Things to steal. Bedrolls owned. Right.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance? Fresh meats and produce. Get them before they're gone. Beautiful baubles, gleaming gemstones.
Let's see what else. I didn't add Opulent Thieves Guild. I have to do that. That was another mod I meant to add in. Damn it. Could you believe that I forgot Cold Haven again? The main mod, the mod he's going to use is his initial home. I keep forgetting about it. And I think because by the time I get down to doing my animation mods, like right after TPOS and all the additions, I just plain forget about it because I'm so used to going my base mods, bottom of the load order, animation, LOD, then testing. And I always forget about it, so. Alright. So without giving away too much more Riften, you guys have pretty much seen it. I'm not going to give away any more of the hidden little beauties. You could find those on your own. Let's head over to, where are we going to go? Well, I want to go to Morthal. Let's go to Movart's Lair. For floating damage, Ren, yeah, only hostile would be true. Near radius would be 200. Far radius 1000, and that last one leave alone. So it's true, 200, 1000, and save. Which reminds me I have to check mine. I think I said it, but see, now the landscape here is starting to grow on me. Let's take a look at some of them. I have a bunch of textures going on in this area. I know Rooster knows what these are. You can take a look at my swamp fungal pods. They look different now. You will almost pass over them like the giant lichen. These are the HD blues. Let's turn the torch off. One thing I do need to, Red Rooster, since you're here, is how do I adjust EMB light? So for the death bells it was working before, but not all of them. And definitely not for Nirnroot, so I may have to go in and play with it, but... So Stormcloaks are out here. Okay. Like you can see I'm getting some light from this one, from this bunch right here. Not so much, I mean you could kind of tell, but you have to be looking at it from a certain angle. You can see it against the tree there. So maybe I just need to tweak the innies or something like that. You want to work it now? Okay. Awesome. EMB is up. Let me just... Shit. Console's what kind of locks it, but I guess I can make do with it, right? Unless it moves around. Yeah, I need it to be stable. Let me clear up the weather first, because I don't want to have that rain sound in the background. Okay. Actually, that might have helped things a lot better than I thought. Let's get out to an area where it's a little more open. Okay. Oh, you want me to go to... Okay, I see what you're saying. Go to a death bell. Alright. Maybe I shouldn't have did that with the light. What time of day is it? 6:30, let's wait an hour. so make it nighttime. Okay. Okay. So just to give you an idea, like those death bells in the distance, you could see the light on them. And then, well, I guess no, it is working. Huh. Yeah, I guess it is. It's just some more than others. But what about the bugs? I remember kind of want them away. Because I do have E&B light for them too. Let's see, let's they need daylight adjusting. Okay. So this is the hard part. I usually don't adjust these. I usually just go off of whatever default is. The only thing sometimes I'll tweak are the shaders. And even that, I'm not 100% comfortable doing it. I usually just leave it to, see, you can see here, semi-realist. Night Eye I do have to adjust. I've actually been watching a couple videos on that, but I will be using Predator Vision. I have it loaded, so it's giving you all the like the wolf eyes when you loot them and stuff. So that's part of that mod too. So complex particles, yeah. So that should be the left side. Let me see. This particle, complex particle lights, complex fire lights. So I know complex particles lights needs to be enabled, which it looks like it is. So fire lights needs to be disabled. Lens flare. Particle lights, distant fade. At least 0.3, so we're 0.4. Okay, so that's fine. Yeah, they're all above 0.3. Okay. The same thing for shadow quality is 1 medium. Okay, that's right too. Intensity night and day. So intensity day, intensity night. So I just have to study these values a little bit more, because I'd rather know like exactly what they do before I go adjusting. It's easy to just go off and adjust them, but I have to do a little more reading on it. Right now, I'll just leave them alone for now. So when I have a little more time. He does look good though, right? He's got a little bit of light off him. Hold on a second. Or no, maybe not. Oh, maybe. It's hard to tell. Huh. He left a little Luna patch there. So yeah, I guess, yeah, I really didn't check him at night. That's probably it. I probably should have did that. But it's just enough, I guess. So I mean, obviously some are going to be a little brighter than others, but I'm okay with that, I guess. I don't want them to be too bright, then there's really too much going on, so. I didn't mod my lichen, I have to do that. Okay. It's, the hell is Mortal? This way. Getting lost. In a place I know very well. Okay. Let's just quick save real quick. Gonna have to change that. Ice needs to be done. I didn't do the ice. Let's just wait till daytime again. I need to feed on somebody. I haven't fed. So they may actually hate me. Hold on a second. Let me let me just enable better vampires real quick. So I can get the whole feeding taken care of. Alright, so I'm never hated. Never mind. Okay. So that should be enabled. Okay. As long as I'm not hated. That's a very cool effect. You see that? That's part the mist, part the lighting. That is actually really cool looking. Nice. Alright, yeah, let's wait till daytime. Then we'll clear it up a little bit and my last feeding only sustained. Alright. Alright, come on. Should be good. Yeah. So, let's do this again. Clear up the weather. Just to make 100% sure. Alright. There you are. Grumpy. Gotta name your horse there, bud. Alright. Yeah, definitely need to do something about the ice. The ice is not... That's a no bueno. That's on my end because I didn't modify it. It's, should just be from static mesh, I think. Alright, let's actually discover Morthal first. Let's before I do anything else. Definitely looks different. So even with the ground cover here, you can see the grass coming all the way up.
What's the Jarl going to do about it?
safe in our own homes. Please, enough already. I have told Ygritte of your concern. Look after you. Please, go about your business. There's no need for wizards.
Yep, no need. Yeah. So this is one thing I'm really happy with so far. Knock on wood, the water has been almost perfect. Almost 100% perfect. Reflection, no seam issues, aside from stuff I pointed out. And Nesbitt will be happy to know that his books are properly placed. Everything in here is where it should be. See the glow on the gems, right? I think I left just enough alone to make it look good without having too much. Obviously the mesh on the candles on the enchanter, if you look very closely, it doesn't have the melted look anymore. Which I actually now, looking at it like this, kind of prefer it. I swapped over to rustic soul gems from Morrowind style, and I do like them a lot. I can see why other people use them. This is one area I definitely wanted to check out though, so it's a good thing. I'm not using the medieval lanterns, obviously, because we would have a floating lantern right there. But books are good, Nesbitt, so you have nothing to worry about now. Like I said, that was an error on my end. I will not say no to free money. Yeah, it was the right idea to keep the death bells purple instead of making them black. Let's see what else. Hey, you are there. I'm just checking the chat now. Awesome. Holy crap. Okay. I thought you were gone for the day. I was expecting you to see this tomorrow. This is awesome. All right. So yeah, let's go back again just to make sure. Now, here's the question. Is the door was open. The door was supposed to be open, right? But like I said, everything else is where it's supposed to be. So I don't have that issue that I had before with it. And obviously, like I just said, no more medieval lanterns. I'm, rustic. I think I'm using rustic lanterns. So the same thing happens on PC as well as console. Change your weather too often, it upsets your music. That's why there's no music playing. I didn't turn it off. Let's see if I can get it to come back on. We'll just go in and we'll come back out. Inside music should start playing though.
Finally, someone comes in.
There it is. Okay, that's normal.
Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. I got nothing but time these days.
It's one thing I haven't checked out yet is interior. Let's just take a look at the embers and everything. You'll notice it's a little bit darker. It's not just ELFX, it's ELFX and ELE with their patch. So it's going to be a little darker. What I'm going for is darker interiors overall, which means caves and underground dwellings, Nordic ruins, Dwemer ruins. But you'll still see all the interior decor. Like even my torch doesn't even give off as much, which is kind of what I wanted. Kind of what I wanted. All right, let's So, Mr. B. I know, I heard of this modder. Like, he's this guy, he makes mods for Skyrim. Yeah, they look okay. I guess I'll use a bunch of them, right? That's how it goes. But here's the problem, okay? Well, it's not a problem, but it's a let's have a discussion about this. So, we're still using Matthey's 3D landscape. Now, what do you guys think of the green paths everywhere? Do you like them? Now, I'm mixing in with Wine Dave's shorelines. So I would assume that somewhere around here, you definitely saw it in Riverwood when we checked out Riverwood. Some people say they love the green mixed in with the cobblestone, and obviously that's blended doing that, and Wine Dave's blended together. I'm slightly torn apart whether it's too much green to the game. It does look good. But as you can see, even leading out... Well, maybe not. I don't know. Because, yeah, it does lit up. Okay. And there goes the music. Cue the music we just left to sell. You can still see the path looks... No, that does look right. That does look... Okay. Because that would be worn. And then when do footprints start to come in? They should start once I get up. Do I have footprints loaded? Oh, if I don't. No, I do. I definitely do. And they showed up on Dave's snow before too, but they're not now. So you can see what I'm talking about with the roadways. So in the snowy regions, they will look like this, right? As far as the eye can see. It's actually quite a nice nice little area right there coming down. I think Stone Hills is that way. I'm waiting for that to go off so I can take a picture of the sun, but it's not going. Alright, it's fine. Ah, there we go. No spider. Go back a little bit. Just enough. There we go. Just enough sunlight. Okay. We'll have to show that one off later. Oh, no problem, Nesbitt. Thank you for the mods, for everything, buddy. We appreciate it. Trust me. I did the comparison. By the way, I did the comparison earlier in this video. Since I know you weren't here for that, when you get a chance, go back and watch the beginning of this because I was still letting Dindalad finish loading up. The comparison side by side of endorsements on Nexus versus Bethesda. You have more people using your mods on console than you do on PC. But you have more endorsements on PC than you do on console. Now, I'll touch on it real quick now because you're here. And I know I mentioned it before. It's mostly because the people that think they're rating on console really aren't rating at all. They see that it's got, like, it's a mod they like, it's a mod they want to use. So when they download it, they see, hey, it's already on 5 stars. I've rated it. It's not the case. They have to physically move that slider down and back and then actually rate it, or it doesn't go through. But hopefully that gets out to more people that they have to physically do that. It's different on Nexus. You could just hit endorse and it's an immediate thumbs up. Like you have in your particular library, you have double the endorsements per mod on PC, but you've got like 3 or 4 times as many downloads on console. And I'll actually, hold on, I'll skip out of this real quick. We'll do it. And I have to adjust OBS. I forgot about this. We'll open up the monitor. I'll go through it really quickly just to show you that your work is definitely appreciated on console. And for whatever reason, Bethesda is now adding an extra page when you open it up. All right, so page 2 it should be, I believe, on yours. Also, if you didn't notice, I'll go back to the beginning. Riften is top 5 on Nexus as well. It was at the very... You can't look at yours, Mr. B? I had issues with that too. It wouldn't let me go in. So, like, Riften immediately, we're at a couple days, almost 33,000 views, or 2,700 downloads. So you can see this is the numbers you're looking for. This right here, and the view. Like, the views are what they are. So anybody that views the page is going to take a hit right there. You're going to add to that number. The ratings, we have 18 people that have actually rated this, and the first 2 were trolls that 1 started as soon as it popped up, right? If you go over to Guild City of Thieves, I probably should have opened it. Okay. Total downloads, if you look in the center here, 833 out of 10,322 views. So while you're getting less total downloads, Nexus, you have 34 endorsements. On Bethesda, there's 18. But you're closing on 3,000 downloads. That's 3,000 people that are running and using it. And even if you want to go with the favorites, I mean, obviously people that like the mod favorite the mod. You're almost twice as many favorites on console within the same period of time because they came out together. I think 1 day apart. I think PC was up 1 day, and on the 11th, and then excuse me, on the 12th for console. And it is the same with almost every other mod in the library too. If I were to go to, say, let's take the most popular, which I believe is still Riverwood Grove. I'll open that up separately, right? It's right in front of my face, isn't it? Right there. Okay. So we have 6,500 downloads, almost 2,000 favorites, right? So I go off this. This is what I look for. I look for the number of downloads. This is the number of people that have actually taken the time to download a mod on console and use it for whatever reason. Whether they just want to download it to 1 star to be an asshole, or if they actually want to use the mod. Obviously, favorites are what they are. Favorites are a really good way to keep track of your mod library, or at least your essentials on console only. So a lot of mods get favorited that are kind of like your core key component mods, not necessarily like your quote-unquote favorite. You may like a mod, but you may forget, like, I always forget visible favorited gear, right? So on console, I always had it favorited. So I could just go to my favorites and say, oh yeah, I always use this, I always use this. That's kind of how this works on console. It's a little bit different. We see 35 ratings total overall, 51 on PC, but you see the total downloads is 1367 for the same time frame, right? Many more on console. Many more. But the rating, I mean, that's, this many people that actually, even the people that favored it, if they really did like it and they took the time to rate it, that would get a huge boost. And it would be, potentially showcased. He would get more attention directed his way, which I think is the prerogative of every mod author. You want to get your work out there. Whether people like it or they don't, you'd rather, having your work talked about one way or another is better than not having it talked about at all. So, but you could see how Nexus works too. There are more people that are engaged in this right here, the endorsements. But it's just a comparison side by side. I'm gonna close both of those, close down Nexus, go back to OBS, go back to game real quick. Yeah, it would be nice if they could rate, right? I don't want you to get yelled at. If you gotta go, you gotta go, buddy. Trust me, don't get yelled at for me doing a comparison. You can always go back and watch this. Let's go back into Mortal. I want to go back in. We'll take it all in as we go. This is normally be how you would enter Morthal from one of the roads, usually coming this way from Labyrinthian. Windhelm especially. I usually almost never come down this road. I usually always come up this way. And the way that I came from Ovart's Lair, just to fast travel. Like I said, I have all the map markers unlocked just for this. Like literally everything I have is, you know, TMM1. Because I couldn't remember the COC location. So I just unlocked them all. But we'll delete it once I start an actual character. This, like I said, this guy, he's just a test. He's my character, but he's just a test. For now, I want to settle on whether or not the landscape is what it is. So right now, yeah, it's Matthew's 3D landscape with his 2K ground cover. Almost all of Matthew's mods, to be honest. I think I'm running pretty much everything in his lineup. And then when I said I was going to go small with the load order, it wound up being larger. That was my goal. My goal was to do something simple. Something simple turned out to be north of 400 mods. Except for ice. I have to do something about the ice. I do not have anything for ice. And that is an issue because there's tons of ice in this game, right? And here's this is what I love. So this is Wine Dave's shorelines. Part of it you can see, part of it's obviously in the water. Let's go under the water for a brief second here. Can I? Will it let me under? No. Okay. Sort of, but not really. I like it. It's detailed. And each area is going to have a little something different. Where it might be larger rocks. You may have water where it meets the snow, where it meets the grass directly. Look at that. I mean, there's a tons of detail, but as soon as you move away, you know, like if you're not looking directly at it. But I think that's in Matthews. Let's go back across. Or should I go to Whiterun now? I'm not really sure. Refractive? I was looking at them last night too, Rooster, you know? And I think it was one of those things where I was finishing up everything. I was trying to remember what I had, what I didn't have. Cuz that's just static mesh versus I mean, if you're looking at the backdrop against the stone, I mean, yeah, that's an immediate difference. And then this is from Farmhouse. This is from ours. For the Farmhouse wood, you could see an immediate difference with those three textures right there. Ignore the fire and all that. Right, the fire's already modded, which I think it looks good. You see the stone against or the ice against the stone, and then you see the foreground with the wood. So you can immediately tell which one's really modded and which one's kind of modded. But with these mods and with Mortal Ages, it's yeah. And that was my main thing, was to make sure I wanted to make sure everything was running well, that the books were good. They weren't all strewn about. That's exactly what we found. Yeah, I definitely have to do something with the ice. Definitely need to do something with the ice. It's just different seeing this much green in Morthal. I think that's probably what it is for me. But the green is for the pathways, for like the walkways. Dwemer. I don't know. It definitely does look. It looks good. I mean, it's just almost too detailed. So when you look at it down the road, see how it kind of just looks sort of patchy, but it looks weathered and walked on. You could tell the snow is on both sides of the road. But then when you look up close and you see it, I mean, and then obviously when it's starting to blend, see, it actually blends in with the snow pretty good. It's not just, I mean, you can see the line, but it's not, the line's blended. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is all mashed up right there. That's a good thing. What else? Why footprints isn't working? I may have to go to a more snowy area. I don't think it works in this area. No, I'm not using anything, Rooster. I'll have to add it in. We'll have to add it in. Let's take a look. Where do I want to go now? Let's see. Winterhold is Winterhold restored. College is obscures. Where to go? I don't know. Where do you guys want me to go? I have all the map markers unlocked. Most of the towns are modded. If it's not modded by TPOS2 or one of the sister mod add-ons, I'm running a couple of the Great City mods and a lot of the smaller ones I left alone. Like how about we go to Dragon Bridge? You want to go to Whiterun? Yeah, we can see Whiterun. Let's go to the Snakeback Bridge first, and we'll make our way there. Whiterun itself is Nordic Life, and then the actual Whiterun walls exterior mod. So obviously no cutting room floor. I keep cutting room floor off specifically for the walls. Really? Well, I'm gonna punch you. And that's not gonna work. Come here. You dick. Alright. What time of day is it? Damn. Well, let's clear it up again. Okay. There we go. So this is one of the shots that I took last night that I put up. It was right from Snakeback. Just looking up this way. It was a really good time. The water happened to look pretty good. It looks really good here. And the bridge itself looks amazing. Yeah, I'm really happy with the water right now. Aside from that little flicker. Ignore that. See, as soon as I open my mouth, there you go. It's a nice mix, too. You got Nesbitt's mods going on. You've got Matthews. You've got John Rose. You've got Wine Dave. There's a lot. There's a lot of really talented people going on. But you see what I'm talking about with the cobblestones everywhere being green. But it looks good. Yeah, even the lodge up there on the mountain with the trees. I'm taking a picture of that. That actually looks pretty good. You never think to look up at stuff like that when the mist just lets up enough. What's up, Ren? Cutscenes when you bring up the EMB. Oh, like my wallpaper? Yeah. What little dude? You make my computer wallpaper? Should just be a screenshot I took of the night sky here. Don't have any reason to talk to them. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. Yep, love the hand carts. Love Iconics Hay. With a slight reddish tint. That's nice little contrast. Wallpaper with the Jew dressed in black armor. I don't, but we'll take a look. Let me open up my screen here. Let me minimize everything. I mean, I can't minimize Mod Organizer. So, no, what am I doing? We talk about like from my stream, like I'm trying to think of where. Like what you're looking at. Because if it's on here, this is just the night sky that I took a while ago. So, I don't know. Ooh, gotta go back, damn it. It's the downside, I keep forgetting about OBS. I need to swap between one and the other. Shut that off. Alright, so we're on game capture, okay. Oh, yeah, that's just an overlay. And yeah, I had no idea what you were talking about, Ren. Yeah, that's just an overlay that I picked up for OBS. That's supposed to be like that. How the screens look like there's a screen on top of a screen. Yeah, that's normal. I was sitting there thinking, like, which little guy do you talk about? You talk about, like, my Magus character? Because he might appear... or my avatar, I meant, sorry. And I'm losing track of what I'm trying to talk about here. Whiterun itself, with the walls and everything that wrap around. So, a lot of people are like, well, why would you spend the size to give up cutting room floor for one mod? I've used cutting room floor way too much. And I like Whiterun. So I want the walls there. That's why. Pretty simple. I don't need the CRF editions. I've done everything with that already. It is nice to use, but, you know. Yeah, I do have to drop the guard armor down. See how one guard's got the armor replaced, the other one's got vanilla? Except not all vanilla. He's got the boots, he's got the gauntlets, he's got the helmet, but he's got the stupid tunic. Whereas this guy has the right armor. Gotta drop it down low again. It's in the spot that it's supposed to be, just we'll see what it's conflicting with. Whiterun. Blood potion. This guy too, huh? Yep.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak.
So this is the mod that you're really seeing here. The green moss inside the cobblestones. This is that mod. It's also a nice addition, I think. That's Wine Dave again. Is his mod. Very that's something I don't think I've modded yet. I have to. I don't know. Maybe. I think is it rustic? Must be. I might just keep it. Yeah, we'll leave it alone. If I start overthinking things, that's when I start breaking stuff. You can see even with the tree bark and everything, right? Mr. Deer. Some gold out of it. All right. My favorite part of Whiterun, this. Or I should say Nordic life. So you can still see Noble coming through. You'll see Noble coming through a lot. I think it looks pretty good. Obviously, I'm happy with the people and their clothes. Mainly the clothes. I didn't do a full NPC overhaul like normal. I didn't merge any of the overhauls. I just used Wicco itself and aesthetic elves for mine. Pretty pale for a Dunmer, even for a vampire. But man, it's still killer. Every time I see the eagle in the Skyforge, even in the vanilla game, it was still impressive. Obviously not as impressive as a modded one, but you know. Alright, why I took a shield I have no idea. What's up, Conan? I do like the tree bark run. Every tree is different. You could find it on the Nordic guide. I believe that's what changes it. Along with Matthew's, you need Matthew's 3D trees to run it first. It's a requirement.
In each of us, the future of Skyrim, the future of Tamriel. And there it is, friends. The ultimate. We are the children of man. Talos is the true God of man. Ascended from the way.
I know your family's but we can't afford it.
It took me weeks to find that thieves' den. I can't stop now. I can't get the sword on my own.
You can hear all the scripted events firing off. Amran and his wife, and then the kids. And Heimsker just yells. You could, Ren. You can come up with any backstory you want. That actually sounds pretty interesting, though. Let's take a look here. Ooh, even the mushrooms, look at that. Even though they're static here. Right. That does look good, though. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The distant trees, the lod. So you can see them all the way up on the mountain. Without the mist. You can see High Hrothgar too. See it all the way up there? That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Just the fact that I know I can look up and see it. And I know there's with a lot of generators you can I don't know if I could with SSC lot gen though. Dynalot, absolutely you could. It's night and day difference. What else is modded? We saw Riften and we saw Riverwood. We saw Morthal. What else did I do? Guess we could do Markarth, couldn't we? Let's go. Yeah, we'll do Markarth. I know it's it's the next one Nesbitt's working on. I did see a couple pictures so far, but nothing too far into the mod yet. So or let's maybe instead of going to Markarth, let's go. Yeah, let's go to Dragon Bridge. We'll go to the Overlook so we can actually cross the bridge. I think there's Forsworn here. It's Forsworn or Bandits. One of the two.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It's probably is it gonna be nighttime? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Lore Blue. With the mists. Where did that plot me out? Ah, okay. Enemies. Nice. You tried. So let's see what else is new here. The bow. So they have Horker arrows. Let's take those. We'll take a bow. I obviously have God mode on, so it's not going to matter. It's Forsworn dagger. Now they have daggers. Just so you guys know, and that's what it looks like. Interesting piece. It looks like you would expect it to. Yep. Actually, take that. Why not, right? And then obviously you can see the light in my hand. That's a mod too. But let's see. So I think Runetastic is being overwritten. That's something I'm going to have to adjust. But there we got Dragon Bridge. We're at the Overlook. You can also see Solitude from here. You got the mist rolling in. This is the Overlook is actually one of the best spots in the game for that. If you want to judge Solitude itself, to be able to see like the palace and everything. Let's go to daytime here. How am I going? 10. Let's go to 7. So that should be what, 5 a.m. Ooh, terrible weather. Go to 6 a.m. There we go. So early morning. Let's turn that off. And as you can see, looks a lot better in the daylight. You can see everything. Look at that. Like I said, it's a good tell of your LODs. I said I never had to worry about the trees. It's mostly about the architecture and textures, but they do look good. The water is going to be, it's going to look more blue up close because of the blue texture that I gave it. So, while as I wouldn't, it's called fantasy blue and it comes with realistic water too. I would normally use something like John Rose's watercolor and pick slow green. But I'm not implementing enough of the needs mods. This is also a nice area of the game too. You can see all the additions. So we'll go away from it for just a little bit here. And obviously if you're going this way, you're going towards Whiterun. But found our first battle. Alright, Ren. I'll see you later. Enjoy. That sounds good. Ooh, I can collect all the blood potions too. Right. I can. Let's extract blood. And I don't think they get mad at you for doing so. Boots of Iron, Northerner's Sword. So these are all heavy. This is kind of just me stressing the system too. Oh, so they will attack you. Okay, never mind. Well, you guys aren't going to like me very much. I could do this all day. Or almost all day. Except with injuries. Down you go. And down you go too. Kinda not fair. Alright. Anyway, back to Dragon Bridge. So, you see the sunrise in the morning. Great City's Dragon Bridge is what I have going on. I was tempted to leave them off. What I noticed is there seemed to be a little bit of nav issues with the Great Cities mods that I don't know if they got updated. They look fantastic, right? It's never really been a question of that. Like right here. I mean, buddy, you're walking right into that post. That's not supposed to be there, you know? So he's going to keep doing that. He's going to keep continuing to try. So unless you go talk to him, he may just walk there the whole time. It's one thing that I really wish this mod and the series of mods would clean up. Having said that, it's probably my only gripe. It adds a ton of stuff. I mean, obviously, it's a small size. Look at the sun on the water there. And then see in the center how it's split, how some of the water is moving one direction, and then some of the water is moving the other. I always thought that there was something wrong with that. I guess that's how it's supposed to be. And it's also at a different rate of rate of speed. And then you can see the Haffinger camp. I'm actually really happy with the way the LUDs came out this time. The distance stuff looks so much better than some of even like the up close stuff. Huh. So a couple things that noted I have to change. Check out footprints. Drop footprints down. Drop the guard armor down. Now see, these guys all seem like they have their stuff on, right?
Everything's in order.
Oh, good. Thank you, sir. Did you hear that, guys? Everything's in order. Faithless Imperials. And he's got his regular, see? Yeah, I gotta drop it down in my load order. Howling? Better not be. What's the other one? Runetastic? Or I may just have to adjust it, I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah, see how he's got like the Heavy Legion. So they're all supposed to be modified. And obviously I'm going to ignore stuff like this. You're putting one mega mod on top of another mod. So. Unless these guys added by this mod are supposed to have this. So we'll have to see. And Ren's going for a roast. Alright. Sorry about that. Rustic windows look good. Can I jump? Yes, I can. Awesome. Faster way down. Alright, so the signs look good here. Yeah, you know, I mean, my machine can handle this, so I could, you know, I could push it about as, like, this is about as far as I'm comfortable pushing it. Yeah, see there, that has to, see, yeah, that looks good. That's a separate mod. That's supposed to be like that, by the way. He's also got the nice shield. It's almost too clean, right? That's my worry. That the game looks too clean. I get up there? No. Probably not the best place to do that, but there we go. Yeah, so you can see how the water turns a little bit bluer. Just because of the texture, that's really all it is. It does look nice though. You can see the rocks down below. Little alchemy bench right there. That's a screenshot moment right there. This way too. The Dragon Bridge and then the falls. Let's see if I can get some of the... There we go. Looks better. What else? What else? What else? I don't want to go to Solitude yet. Let's take a look. I know we're right there, obviously, but we can always come back. Let's go to the college. Let's go to Winterhold. We'll go right outside. Hoarfrost Stable. So this is Winterhold Restored with TPOS2, and then Obscure's College. So their footprints are working. Hold on a second. I want to find out why mine aren't. It's not the snow mod itself. I know this. I've used the snow mod before. I may just have to drop footprints down lower my load order. Yeah. That's got to be what it is. Alright, I'll ignore that for now, but that's definitely something on my list. So. And then I remembered to add the college LOD. That was something I needed. It was something I didn't actually add in the last time. And then the only thing I really noticed without it was that there was a little bit of flickering. It does look solid though.
You want something from me?
I really wish my footprints would work, but maybe because I'm a vampire I don't have footprints. I don't know. I don't know how that works. It looks like Ranmir's waiting for Berna to talk to him, although that should have happened already. Maybe it is the snow, I don't know. I'll have to double check. You're supposed to be talking to your sister.
You ask me, not enough of Winterhold fell off in the city.
Alright, so they're all just standing around. That's not a good sign. Right? I think literally everybody's not... Hold on. Just advance it an hour. Yeah. Except for Freaky here. Or Frecky, however you say his name. And the kid. Oh, okay, there she goes. Well, she was starting to go. So, Junal. Winterhold Restored is checking mod list. Don't know what that means. Alright, so people are moving. The guards are just kind of... Some of the guards are just kind of standing around. Alright. I don't know. Stuff like that starts to worry me. Open up the... Do you want them all opened up, Nesbit? Because I'll open as many as you want. That college looks so much better. Chantry College. Chantry with Obscures. Do I still have to take the test? Yeah, I do. This is one of those things where the game visually looks good, right? And you have an NPC overhaul, but not not to kind of match. Do you know what I mean? Like you kind of want to beautify the people a little bit more, but at the same time, that's just shadow. Okay.
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not
Damn.
gain entry. I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm,
I was gonna go in anyway,
the
Feralda.
more important question is, why are you here?
Yeah, I want to come in.
Perhaps. But what is it you expect to find within?
Oh, jeez. Just want to see what it looks like.
Huh.
That's it.
Humorous.
Literally, that's all I'm here for. I don't care about studying. I just want to see the inside of it.
After more than just that.
Nope. Just want to see the mods.
College has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college?
She asked the wrong questions. I can't offer anything.
Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic.
Ah, fine.
A small test, if you will. No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of the sort. Excellent. Those invested in restoration magic.
Healing
have
hands.
healing hands to be
Yep.
essential.
Don't know it yet.
Can you cast it on me? That, no. Or you can try your luck with one of the. Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see your test.
Yeah, so am I. Fine. So we're slight weakness to sunlight. I have to remind myself to pay attention to that. Good.
Well done indeed. I think you'll be a I'll lead you across the bridge.
Alright.
Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine. Well done indeed.
Alright. So let's actually go with her. I want to activate these. This is if you don't, like if she... Well, she's stopping now. It's not a good sign either.
Mirabelle will be waiting for you.
Alright.
The college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes
So her,
unnoticed.
this is what I'm talking about. Like her pathing isn't... She's going to continue to do that, right? And again. Come on.
Much knowledge lies within the college's walls.
Okay. That's a lot of light you're casting on a wall there. So I had that issue last time too, where she would just activate this one here, right? And then she wouldn't come up. She refused to come up here. So I don't know what's causing that, but also something I'll have to look into. Obviously I can't have her just standing down. Oh, it's noble underneath there. Okay. So I guess that's supposed to be snow covered, but not worn. So you can see noble underneath it on the sides. At least it's uniform. Yep. That does look nice though. Door.
I believe I've made
Yep.
myself clear.
Okay. We'll have to look at my snow and everything just to see. Because obviously footprints isn't working and... Let's see, can I get over this? I could jump all the way down. What am I talking about? What's F5? Let's save it here. I want to see if this works. It may kill me, maybe like a kill box or whatever, but... Oh no, it just won't let you. Oh yeah, there you go. Normally that would have killed me. That was a long way down. Yeah, definitely need to add some ice. Something with ice. powerful, huh? Who's watching me? Nobody's watching me. Damn it. Alright. Well, last blood potion. Ooh, we'll take a still blood potion. There we go. And there you can see underwater. Nice and bright. Everything's visible. Including, apparently the developer is not wanting you to, see what was underwater. So sections like this are really nice too. You can see all the way up, but then you got the tree line there, right? And the water here, plus the statue in the background. That just kind of makes for a nice little, you know, wolves are there playing in the distance or in the foreground. Is he going to fight them? I think so. Go get him, buddy. That looks nice too. I didn't think I was going to be taking this many pictures. I was just going to literally test. But it's coming out pretty good. You can see the lot there in the distance too. What is that? That is, yep, Serpentstone. Okay. Yeah, pretty happy with this so far. Where else to go? Let's take a look. Warrior's Landing. Oh. How about Windhelm? We'll stop there briefly, and then I think I'm gonna go in, use my notes, and adjust my loader. I don't know if I'm gonna have to rerun text gen or Dynalot or not, but we'll find out. What time is it? 7:30. All right, so almost nighttime here. Well, we'll do the norm. Okay. So, almost there. You could start to see the stars appearing in the sky with the clouds and everything. So let's see, what are other things to check? Guard armor. Footprints. Snow itself. I know I'm forgetting something. I had a couple other things written down, but...
You come here where you're not wanted.
Oh yeah.
You eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
And invisible NPCs that are not there.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't
Okay.
want war is because they're
Yeah, they're Imperial spies.
spies.
Okay.
Maybe we'll pay you a visit tonight. We've got ways of finding out what you really are.
He asked information. Just
Ooh, this is already? No, 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 I don't want to be starting that quest. Not yet. Maybe it is the snow. I don't know. Let's advance time again. Do 6 a.m. Okay. So I'll do the same thing one more time. I don't know how much has changed, but oh yeah, a little bit. Okay. So we have the clearest possible day right here. Yep, you can see. Alright, so footprints are working for them. Footprints are not working for me. Right? You see this? Okay. Just so I'm aware that they're working. That's all I need to know. Kind of does make me wonder if it's because of me being a vampire. Because this is definitely working, right? Could even, well, not every part of the snow is going to have them. That's also normal. Alright, so I'll have to figure that out. Footprints needs to be down a little bit lower. That's not a problem. It's really interesting. I'm assuming that's supposed to be the way the light reflects off the metal, maybe? And the wood? I don't know. Okay. Axe head's a little heavy. There we go. No, it just wants to float itself back out. Stay straight up. Okay. Physics, right? Yeah, footprints are working for everybody else but me. Which, you know, I'm okay with, I guess. But kind of the point is to see my own. Not everybody else's.
Your skin's as pale as the snow.
You're in the wrong spot.
You scared of sunlight or something?
Yep. Okay. So I have some adjusting to do, I know that. I'll make an actual hard save. Yeah, I'll do it over the abandoned prison. I'm going to delete this anyway. Um, but I think that's going to be all for now. I have some adjusting to do. So we'll close up shop for now. And then I have a couple other things I need to work on. Let me just see one more thing here. Okay. Yeah, so a lot not showing up on my map either. That's, you can see the structures, but like the trees and stuff that I always had a couple extra trees like, you know, popping out of the map. No longer the case. That's okay. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for now. I may jump on later once I have everything corrected. There was another, oh, that's another thing too. There's another mod I wanted to check out. It is dynamic snow for the map. I think that's what it's called. So for when you're looking, you know, directly on your map, instead of seeing these snow textures, you'll see that one. So that's something else I'll look into. But that's it for now. I'll see you guys later. Yeah, probably jump on. I got some stuff to do. Can you solve that? No. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.